How do you communicate?
Do you use your hands?
Do you use your eyes?
Do you use your mouth?
How does your voice sound?
Communication manifests itself in so many different ways.
Often through language, gesture, and performance. It's the little things that matters too.
Your language dialect, your accent, the words you choose to use.
Or those you borrow from other languages, all have the collective power
To allow you to be understood in certain spaces and places.
While misunderstood in others.
Being seen and wanting to be seen as a certain person brings with it a process of switching, a kind of fluidity. It's this fluidity that can be used for economic gain or social acceptance in the spaces you navigate. Your identity and authenticity are like putty in your hands, allowing you to be as fluid as possible and create your self-image as you see fit.
For me, code switching is that thing of like, it's like a vocal multiple personality disorder. Not a disorder, but you know what I mean. Where it's like, depending on where you are, who you're talking to, what you need to say, who you need to hear what you're saying, you'll say it in different ways.
So I guess I've been code switching for my whole life because I grew up with a Chinese family and my dad is from Cape Town, so my dad spoke English and my mom's side of the family spoke Mandarin. My cousin and I, we switched from like Mandarin and English when we talk. We would like speak Chinese but then add English words in between, or like English and add Chinese words in between, because some words just sound better in Mandarin, you know, just more expressive, and then vice versa.
Don't even skinner on an SMS while you're drinking. This has happened to me because you send it to the person you're skinnering about. It's cock embarrassing. It's like, don't you think Leanne is twee gefriet? Send.
When I started doing my stand-up, I spoke about my first 2 years at UCT about what happened to the R sound because it became a her. So instead of yo, that is like crazy, it's suddenly you heard people around you go, I'm telling you, it's like crazy. And these were people all from the hood.
You know, I said I grew up in Joburg, so living in Joburg, you have a Joburg accent. And then coming back here, you know, we talked about this before, like, you know, you come back to your community and suddenly, J-O, you're fit, and J's rah. So it's like that thing of like re-accepting yourself and trying to find a way to have your community re-accept you.
Do I want to represent myself as culturally Chinese or mixed race? Or if I do represent myself as mixed race, do I focus more on the Chinese part, or do I focus more on not being Chinese? And especially in the industry that I'm in, I find that how you represent yourself is really important. And especially as a woman in the industry, if you don't speak with purpose and like confidence, then you won't get taken seriously.
Nobody tries to speak like us, but we try to speak like the rest of the world. You know, you get people who just pick up their visas and already just walking from the visa office to the train or to the car, they've picked up the Australian accent or whichever country they go. But nobody, you never walk around in Paris with somebody giving you a croissant and saying like, ah, where, enjoy. Nobody tries to speak like us, and I think we must take pride in that.
If I'm speaking to someone from overseas who I'm like, I need to leave an impression, I want this person to hire me or to write me like a reference letter in one of the future days to come, then my tongue is prepped. It is ready to hit my T's and my lips are keen to pop the P's. Like, the words come out crisp.
When I used to get interviewed on shows like Pasala and Quella, I would find myself, I would not be able to say J. I'd like, nee Connie, maar jy weet ons, ek is ons volgende maand op die planke by die Baxter. But then you turn to your children and you say like, is jy mal, jy weet die show's volgende week. But you just, you know, you change depending on who you're speaking to. So as a South African, for me, who's come from the Cape Flats, it's so like, you know, ingrained in us that it's now a conscious process to remind yourself who you are, what you speak like, that having a particular accent does not mean that you don't speak well, and that's been blurred.
Like Cape Town people always have, like, say words like like phrases that are really colored, like say like words like cuck. At first I was like super uncomfortable and I'm like, whoa, like why do people talk like this? Like I will never use those words. They are so like ratchet in a way. But then now that I've stayed here for 3 years, I'm like, I start saying those words as well. At first it was like really uncomfortable and I really like judged myself for saying it. But then as I stay here for longer and longer, I find that saying these words are actually more liberating than limiting.
Humans are social creatures. We want to feel accepted. We want to feel loved. It's like at the top of Maslow's hierarchy is acceptance and love and self-affirmation and assurance.
For me, it's just about speak the way you speak, because it doesn't mean that you're not expressing yourself well, and you feel. I've found the less games I started to play in terms of the way I speak, you know, it was just so much better for me as a human being, and so much better for the other people in the room as well, because yeah, you know, live your life honestly and celebrate who you are. I sounded like a beauty queen right there, but I mean it.
My entire life. Yeah.
How do you communicate?
I can't remember.
Reactions to different situations.
I'm sorry, I just realized I'm wearing my fat t-shirt, but it's fine.
Shit. That's fine.